Oh, it's a fun day here at the quilting studio. I know you're going to love this. Cindy brought this over. It is a calendar, monthly calendar applique quilt. 12 blocks, 12 months, each representing an activity that would happen in that month. Oh, so cute. Isn't that super fun? Look at that one there for October. Look at this guy for November, December, summertime. So fun right here. All these pieces, every single piece here is appliqued, and then she has this fantastic border that has a lot of applique in it and a variety of other blocks that are going along. We'll talk about that in a minute. Let me show you a little bit about her applique. In her applique pieces, all these little tiny pieces, everything put on, little guys here on the sled. We've got his little stick arms, the sashing on his hat. Oh my golly sakes, this little love mailbox token going on right there with the flag, little lovey stamp, super sweet. All of these have been appliqued separately, and she's changed her thread to match the color that is going around the piece. Fantastic. Now, you know that when you do applique, I almost always don't have any problem stitching over it as long as it's been stitched down really well. If you just use a fusible, it's very rare that it's going to stay down well enough for me to be able to stitch over it. All we have to do is get one little corner up. My honey gal can grab it and zip across it. You don't want that happening at all. So you do want to stitch it down. But I'm so impressed with her changing of the colors all the way around. Secondly, when you do your appliques, I want you to remember any embellishments need to go on afterward, which is what she's going to do. Putting eyes on, if you have any snaps, if you have any bows or buttons on there, you want to be sure and do that afterward. So keep that in mind. Can't do that on the long arm. Can't do that. That's not going to work. Super fun. She also, her backing fabric is this sweet little neighborhood houses right here. Oh, can you even stand it? And she's fussy cut so that the houses fit inside of her border blocks, of which you see are a huge variety of border blocks. So many different border blocks. Super fun. You can also see the border has other blocks that go along with the quilt block of the season, of the timing, of the month that it's going around, whether it's something to do with birthdays or Halloween or back to school or July 4th activities or springtime or winter. So fun there. She also has a variety of borders coming in. Now she wanted done custom. She also didn't want my stitching to show nearly as much as she wanted her work to show, which I am all about. Absolutely. You're the one that's done the great quilt. I want your work to show as well. So she wanted my colors to be able to blend with the colors of the quilt. I do have 4 different colors of thread change here along the way, so that's a little bit of work. And I've done specific borders along the way, so that's a lot of work. And I've done a specific block inside each of the calendar blocks, so there's a lot happening here. Let's go over it real quick. I've used the same design on these outer 3 borders. It's called Flower Power. Can you see it right there? That really darling flower that joins along. And then on this section, I've actually done a row of 2 of those. You can see one right here. I've done this in the light gray color of thread. This is my pasture thread. Right along here, you can kind of see it. I've done it in a dusty blue color, and it's got that same flower power. A little hard to see in here, but again, she wants her work to show, so that's what I'm doing. I need to honor that, and I agree with it. Inside here, I've used a big flower that's called Birthday Flower. That's what it's actually called. And it's nice and big. It fits around here. It doesn't shrink up her embroidery. It just is enough to attach everything together. And in this one, I used my Harbor Sky blue color of thread to be able to blend as much as possible with the colors she has here. You can see nearly all of the skies here are blue, and she has a lot of blue in it. So that seemed like a really good color to put on. Again, it's called Birthday Flower, but it has a lot of this reminiscence of hearts, or in this case, something that might go along with a shamrock. So it's just a really fun little design to add to it. Lots happening right here. Love to have you over to the quilting studio. I believe that if a quilt needs to be quilted, it needs to be quilted right. And I can do that for you over here at the quilting studio. Enjoy this one. So much fun to look at.